She has got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah.
Endorsements to me are the absolute best way to sell a product. Unequivocally, more bang for your buck when you have somebody, especially someone that people trust.
You can run a commercial, or you can have what we strive for every day, which is to have an emotional bond with the listener. We want them to care about whatever it is that's going on the radio and to come back to our radio show every day because they care about it. They care about us as people. Well, that emotional bond helps us drive the point home about whatever it is that your product might be.
I think what you get with our show is passion. Now, we all don't agree on the same topic with the same ideas, but we're passionate about which side we take, and as advertisers, you want that passion for your product, whether it be me endorsing it or Wilcox endorsing it or Mel endorsing it. It's that local passion that really comes through on the radio.
A personality's responsibility is to develop a relationship with their listener, or we're useless. There's no reason for us to be there unless we are developing a relationship, unless we are consistently there every day, that we are giving the listener facts and information that they can use in their daily lives.
I don't think there's anything more intimate than radio. It's really one-on-one dialogue with a microphone and speakers in between us. So if you're in your car, or maybe you're listening while you work out with your headphones, I'm speaking directly to you and you're listening to what I say. I love the intimacy, and I think it brings results.
The listener doesn't see me as a salesperson. They see me as a friend. And I have lots of friends. As a matter of fact, I have thousands of friends that listen to me on a daily basis. They trust me. We've built that relationship.
The way we build that bond, though, is never lying to our audience. You know, and when we're talking about some kind of a situation that we have in our personal lives, or whether we're talking about a product, we don't send our listeners to go somewhere that we wouldn't go on our own. When we say that the product is great, it's because we have used the product and we highly recommend it. Because we look at it like family. We call it the Ace and TJ Radio family. And you wouldn't go to a family member and send them somewhere that you're not sure about to buy a product or to use a service. You'd want to make sure that you had used it, and you build that trust for, you know, the 2 or 3 years that we've been on the radio. And people know that if we say something, that we mean it.
Our listeners listen to us every single day. They know us. They know I have 2 nieces per se and 2 dogs, and I'm crazy about my family. So they can relate to us on a one-on-one basis. So when they hear me talking about a product that I'm using or a service that I've used, they know that it's something that I truly believe in. Otherwise, I wouldn't have trusted that company to go along with it.
It's ultimately all about trust. You know, they trust me to give them the information and play the music and, you know, tell them what they want to hear. That's ultimately what they're looking for. So, you know, they know that if I'm going to talk about it, I'm behind it.
If I endorse something, I use the product. People will see me at Bojangles, been talking about their delicious biscuits for, 15, 20 years. Scott Clark Toyota, been with him almost 25 years. You see me out in the road, you're going to see me in my Tacoma or my Sienna van. People trust me because they know if I talk about it, I use that product.
I'm always amazed whenever we get new salespeople, they inevitably come to me with the diet pills endorsement. And I got to tell you, I've been approached probably 12 different times, honestly, and I think to myself, that's not something that anybody who listens to the show is going to say, oh, Woody's on a diet pill? Wow, I'm really going to go for that. Now, if they came to me with a cookie endorsement, we would sell billions and billions of cookies. I'm passionate about cookies.
Right. I think the point is that you don't do an endorsement for a product that you don't use and believe in.
Whatever it is that you are wanting to sell and get across to people, we have someone who is tailor-made and has that background with the audience that they know what that person is all about, which certainly helps in getting your message across.
I see it more as a partnership because your success is my success. Your goals are my goals. And again, it's this trust factor. They're trusting in me to get their message out, and I'm endorsing them because I believe in their brand and their product.
Make sure you pick somebody that believes in your product, has the same passion that you do for your product. Make sure that that person is told everything you know so that they know what you want to get across. And then also make sure you pick somebody that cares enough to ask the right questions.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't want them to use me as an endorser if I don't use their product. So I would want to meet the client. If I've never used their product, then I want to try it and see what it is. And then if I'm comfortable with their product, then they have to become comfortable with me.
I think you want to make sure that we know all of the information that you're trying to get across to the consumer, exactly what kind of copy you want us to talk about. But yet at the same time, give us creative freedom, because when we can put our personality into the commercials for you, the listener is going to actually pay attention a little bit more and find themselves relating a lot better.
Let's pick up a phone. Let's talk on the phone once a week, bi-weekly, whatever your schedule will allow for. Let's strategize together and figure out how to take it from a radio endorsement to somebody physically walking into your business and becoming a consumer.
And feedback, honestly, from the advertiser. They're the expert on the product. We're fans of the product. So give us exactly the information we need and let us use it as a tool to help sell your product.
I did an endorsement for Whitley Power Equipment this past summer where they allowed me the use of this gorgeous lawnmower. Every time I cut the grass, it was like having a party. I'd get off that thing and I'd go tell my neighbor, and then he'd tell somebody else. And I mean, it was just the perfect scenario because it made cutting grass fun.
As long as I got my suit and tie, I'ma leave it all on the floor tonight. And you got fixed up to the nines. Let me show you a good thing.